Hi, welcome on how to write an Joeffice in Java in 30 days. My name is Joeffice, and today we're going to talk about tab completion. This is already day 25. So with table completion, this means that sometimes you need to fill some data that follow each other, such as numbers, such as dates, and here is to automatically fill your spreadsheet based on a sequence. So here is the first completion. It's with numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. That's quite the easy completion one. So here you see I've written one, and it completes from left to right and also from up to down. So we can do also more complicated things, like if you have like 2, 4, 6, 8 kind of sequence also. So it try to see what is the incrementation between two numbers, and then it's gonna follow on the left or below from there. So so this implements an interface so that if you have your special sequence, you can implement also. So in this case, we're going to use, this was the number sequence. I've also done the date sequence. So the date is based on the calendar. There you can have a new text format for it. And I've decided to, so for the months or for the days of the week. So here you have an example that starts with month, and then it continues with Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And it also will work with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So here is a date string sequence. So it will accept day of the week and month in short and in large format. And it will also support the default locale and the English locale. So you have some priorities. It will search first for the numbers, then for the default locale for the date, and then for the English locale for the dates. But you can do something also more complicated, just like the number but in letters. So here is JLearnIt, which is a program I wrote in Java, which contains also a lot of translation to different languages. And it's also nice to learn a new language. And so I'm going to use this data also to fill some properties file. And this property, I'm going to read this property, and I'm going to follow the sequence that is described in these properties. So this is called the resource bundle sequence, because it will work in English, but it will also look for French and whatever you have as local. So here are two properties, which knows also as a resource bundle in Java, one in French, another one in English. I've done two sequences, one with numbers as letters and another one as seasons. And you see that if I go with one sequence, it will just, I've just written one, and then it completes the sequence from there. And if you have your business sequence from another system, it can also support it. And finally, as a backup, if as it's tried all the other sequence and you cannot find anything, it just does the identity sequence. So repeating the last cell that is not empty over and over again below or on the right. And as you can see, I'm just going through the sequences, trying to find which one is the best. And using first the default locale and then using the US locale so that it works a bit everywhere. Okay, then also improve the formatting of the table in the spreadsheet. So now if you have a number, you can say, okay, it's a money, it's a percentage, it's a date, it's only a number, and so on. So here are a few examples of different formats. Also, I did today a special action to hide and show the grid on the spreadsheet. So here you have the grid. Here you have without grids. Yeah, quite easy. It's also a toggle button, so you'll be able to see it. Now I've added also to the table toolbar now the formatting for the numbers. And then I've also added a new concept which is called transformation. So transformation is you get a text, you apply a transformation, it will return another text, and it will replace the selected text with it. So I've done just two easy implementation. One is to uppercase, the other one to lowercase. So and it works not only in the word processor, but it should work also everywhere. So for example, in the spreadsheet. So it's also an interface, just like sequence. Transform text, takes the text as input. It will return a output. And you see the implementation of to lowercase is quite easy. Then for the database, I've also worked on the database. I've added some highlights to the rows. So here is a default highlight cell renderer that will go and put different colors, whether it's a even or odd row number. So to be able to be compatible with all the look and feels, you need to choose the table background and just to apply a small difference to it. In this case, I think I'm changing a bit the blue to be a bit darker or a bit less darker. And here we have the result of it. So you see the yellow and white lines, for example, in the Windows look and feel. Now also the database, now it's not saved by default anymore. So you can edit the database, it's by default auto commit off. And when you save it, then it will commit. Well, that's it for today. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and then you enjoy the other ones. Bye.